to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're do 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 do. Oh, you're here. Don't look at me that way. Please don't tell me this is the very first time you ever had to have a conversation with a pickle. It is Sunday. It is supposed to be fun. I'm supposed to be part of brunch, and I am not part of brunch. I am sitting here talking about stuff. But I'd like to be in a salad. I'd like to be in a burger, but we cannot go anywhere. Okay, enough of that. Good morning, everybody. I've been looking for an excuse to whip out my pickle um, on the screen, of course. And I figured today is Sunday. It's Sunday. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to go to brunch. We're supposed to wear a hat. Oh, that was Easter. But no, I mean I wear hats for brunch. Do you remember brunch? I don't remember brunch. So what I figured we would do today is, it's like just try to remember Sunday, fun day, fun Sunday, relax Sunday. And if you are just here for the first time, no, I don't turn into a pickle every time that we get together. We're only going to do the pickle on Sundays. This is a serious pursuit. No, seriously. If you're new to these broadcasts, my name is Paco, and this is Coffee and Headlines. And we get together every day, 10:30 in the morning, Sundays too. Gayoff commented yesterday, no rest for you, Paco Ojeda. Well, it's like life is getting short. I'm in my late 50s, so why rest when you're having a good time and you're trying to be productive? So anyway, yes, this is Coffee and Headlines. If you're new, we take things very seriously, but as with a little bit of irreverence from time to time. We talk about news, we talk about headlines, we stay in touch with one another, we try to connect with one another, we try to keep each other inspired and smiling. So if you're new, just write the word new in your comments and I will be happy to give you a proper welcome. Meanwhile, we're going to take a quick second to say hello to some of our regulars. It's always good to see you, Pickle Paco. Yeah, I could go for that. Cuteness. Uh, some confusion on some of the stores opening tomorrow. Dot, do I know the facts? Maybe we'll get to the facts today. I will give you a little bit of facts. We will depart from Sunday Funday to give you a little bit of facts. Of course, we will do that. Hello, David. Hello, Marge. Julie Bunker likes my pickle. Thank you very much, Rita. Am I pickled? No, but I am in a pickle. Or maybe I could use some pickle tickle. I don't know. I don't know. I just figured I would whip out the pickle and see what happens. Thank you for the smile, Karen. It's always good to smile, especially on a Sunday. Um, uh, Mario thinks I need a Caesar with that pickle. Boy, do I need a Caesar. But as you will find out later on today, you will discover why I'm single. I promise. Um, Brunch, is that on Blund's Day? You guys are too much. Uh, Hello, Possum, says Paul. Paul, I hope you didn't miss my pickle because we've been talking about the pickle forever. Um, Anyhow, it's nice to see you all. Oh, I have to do my Pam Thompson impersonation at some point. Hello, Pam. It's a good impersonation, don't worry. It's another pickle-like character that I find. Whip out the pickle. Sure, why not, Julie? It's Sunday, guys. So I don't know about you, but what I think I need in my life is just a reminder of what certain days are supposed to be for. And for the past 50 something days, as we've enjoyed this new state of affairs that we call the stay home and social distancing, I've lost track of time. I lost track of the days. So I am rescuing. I am rescuing Sundays. I may start rescuing other things. Now Pam Thompson is intrigued about my Pam Thompson impersonation, and I'm going to do my Pam Thompson impersonation right now because you know how it works with can I do my Pam Thompson impersonation? Hold on, I'm being totally. Oh, there you go. This is me being Pam Thompson. And I say that just because she works with patients and she has a notepad, I'm sure. She's always taking notes, or maybe I'm just imagining that Pam Thompson takes notes. What do I know? Anyhow, oh, I lost my bricks. There you go. This is what happens when you're having too much fun. Bricks, come back to me. Thank you. Make them a little bit out of focus. There you go. Okay, enough silliness. Let's give you some news so that you know that we can have a newsy side as well. Actually, today we're going to have not that many news. We're just going to point out a couple of things that I think everybody should know. This I found on Mexico News Daily, and apparently Aeromar is looking to increase revenue by offering passengers unlimited flights for a single price. And this is actually a good deal, apparently, for those of us that travel frequently from Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara, because they have what they call a silver passport, which is only $292 for unlimited flights between Mexico City and San Luis Potosí, Oaxaca, and the region known as La Huasteca Potosina, as well as Guadalajara, Puebla, and Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta. So this means that for $300, you could fly as many times as you want from Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara, provided that they have seats available, that the flight is on the days that you want them to be, and that the airline hasn't gone bankrupt by the time you want to use them. So I don't know. It sounds like a gamble, and maybe not. If you go to Guadalajara frequently and you'd like to take advantage of this, you may want to consider that. Before we start getting silly with the news, what was that comment that I saw just a second ago? Okay, Doc Lewis, you asked for it, so here it goes. Some confusion about stores opening tomorrow. Yes, and I hope part of that confusion was not my fault. You see, I reported that the governor said, well, we're going to start phase zero, and these are the guidelines. What the governor didn't say specifically is these are the guidelines. We start on Monday, which is tomorrow, and you're going to need to be certified to the effect that you are following these guidelines, and you're going to get a sticker. So the governor came forth yesterday and issued a comment to that effect. So no, we're not opening tomorrow because you don't have a sticker, and you're not opening tomorrow because you still don't have somebody to come and inspect that you're following the guidelines, which you have hopefully already downloaded and translated and read through and implemented. So in a nutshell, it's just the beginning of the transition. A lot of folks have read through those guidelines and have said, no way, Jose, I'm not going to go there. No way, Jose. Oh, no way, Jose. They have a fundraiser coming up, and I sure hope I didn't miss it because I really wanted to mention it on the program. I'll take a look at my notes to see when that is. So that is a quick answer to you, Dot. So I'm going to go back to some of these headlines. On a Sunday Funday spirit, I'd like to report that Eric Trump claims that Democrats cooked up coronavirus to defeat his dad, and he claims that it will magically disappear after Election Day. Wouldn't that be lovely? Jim Carrey apparently played with green screens like I played with green screens, and he took a clip in which President Trump was talking about Obamagate, and he started to, oh dear, okay, I'm going to play this. Hopefully, I will not get flagged by YouTube or by Twitter or by somebody.
Obamagate. It's been going on for a long time. It's been going on from before I even got elected. And it's a disgrace that it happened. And if you look at what's gone on, and if you look at now all of this information that's being released, and from what
Okay, enough of that. Apparently, they're claiming that Jim Carrey is a hero now. I hope there are no pro-Trump people in the audience today. Again, I try not to get political with what's going on north of the border, but it is actually funny and sad. Sad. I think it's actually sad that we start being so irreverent with our leaders, and it's probably because our leaders are not doing um, what they're supposed to do. And we talked about leadership the other day. Um, so this makes me think about how some people are losing their cool and are starting to get really frustrated. But don't let it happen like it happened in Valencia in Spain, where people were locked up and cooked up in their own apartments and homes for so long that some people started getting edgy. Apparently, in the city of Valencia, there is in some streets a dedicated lane for public transportation, for public buses to go by. And apparently, this guy decided to flagrantly, is that a word? To shamelessly park his car blocking the path of one of the city buses. And he got into words with the city bus driver. And this is what happened. Yeah, screw you too. I'm going back to my car and then.
¡Oh no! ¡Hostia!
So I'm going to leave that there for inspiration. There are so many people that double park in Puerto Vallarta. More than once, I must confess, have I thought, I could lose my car, I could be sent to prison, I could be put away for insanity, but sometimes I really um, have fantasies, dark, sinister fantasies on how to deal with stupid people. Anyway, back to Obamagate. I think I am going to be more compelled to follow another mystery, not the Obamagate mystery. Obamagate being clearly something that the US government is now devising to keep us distracted. If I'm going to be distracted, I want to be distracted by this. Now, there are people that are saying that Bruno Mars, the wonderful and amazingly talented pop singer, is somehow related to Michael Jackson. I mean, is that even possible? I don't think so. But anyhow, you can follow whatever mysteries you want to follow. Um, I actually have an interesting thing to share with you uh, today, and it has to do with the weather. Why? Because the weather's getting warm, it's getting hot. We are going to see an increase in humidity today, and it's going to continue to increase through the days. And of course, we don't like that. Humidity today is at 28%. It's 83 degrees outside. And but pay no mind, I have something from the internet that is absolutely wonderful, and I'm going to show you what it is. This is my favorite cooking channel, and it's called Tasty. They have an app for the iPad and the iPhone, but you can find them online. And of course, it's summer, and it's time for popsicles. I mean, I get excited about popsicles. If you don't get excited about popsicles, consider popsicle therapy seriously. Um, Tasty has these amazing, amazing, amazing recipes and fun videos of things that you can make at home with the popsicle molds that I know you own. You can't deny it. We are among friends. I know you have popsicle molds at home. And so check them out. I'm going to give you the URL for this. I'm also going to give you the URL for a totally useless application that I discovered by accident. And I don't know why I didn't discover this before, because whenever I used to go to the movie theater, remember the movie theater, that place where we used to sit and be with a bunch of people and cough and make noise and take phone calls and watch movies? Well, I used to go to the movie theater quite a bit, but I would always have to get up and go pee because that's the way I'm designed. What can I say? Well, there is such a thing as the Run and Pee app, which you can put on your mobile device, and this application tells you exactly when the best time is for you to get up from your seat and go to the bathroom. I mean, how wonderful is that? I might even use it at home. And the phone, if you click a button when the movie is starting, the phone will actually vibrate if you have a vibrating phone, and will let you know, okay, the time to get up and pee is coming, so you don't miss a single thing. Now, how do they go about finding out when the peeing moments are happening on any film. I don't know. They don't specify much about their scientific methods. But I thought if you, like me, get up and pee quite frequently, um, run and pee. Just put it on your iPhone. This is probably a good time for me to see if you are not making phone calls to put me away or something like that. Um, Lars liked the opening. Thank you, Lars. I may have to keep coming up with some wonderful ideas and crazy ideas because there's this part of me that is really crazy. I've been cooked up in my apartment as much as anybody else. Um, Pam Thompson, I was right. She takes a zillion notes. Good for you, Pam. I love you. How long is the past good for, Julie? I don't know, but I'm going to be researching. As it turns out, I do go to Guadalajara frequently enough to do this. And is somebody coming from the government to inspect my business and every business in Jalisco? Well, Paul, let's just hope that whoever comes and inspects your business is cute and single and sexy and looks good on a swimsuit because you never know. You never know. Um, no Way Jose is today at 2. Oh, thank you, Candace. Thank you so much for that reminder. No Way Jose has a live stream benefit for its employees today. It features Amy Armstrong and Fernando on the guitar, and they, like everybody else, they're struggling with money for employees and such. So I'll make sure that I share the links today. Let us support Julie Guerrero and the team at No Way Jose if we can. Christy, no comment, but yes. Um, this will be another large expense for businesses. Oh gosh, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Jim is Canadian. Of course he is, and he can get away with that. This is wonderful. Wait till you see the whole clip, Sharon. It just deteriorates from where you saw it. Um, I lived in Boston. That is every day. Of course it is. Yes, 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 yes. We need to send that bus clip to my bus driver friend in Vancouver. Well, you never know. You never know. Popsicles all summer. Love it. And now, what I want to show is totally unrelated stuff, which I forgot to set up. And I'm going to set it up right now very quickly. Um, if you answer a quick question. If you tell me what you're going to be doing today in your comments, I am going to set up something that I want to share with you. Okay, you don't have to do anything. I am ready. Um, I shared you these two, but I want to share these two now, and I want to know if you know who these people are. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, I'm going to start with the ladies on the left, and I am actually going to give you a clue. Go into the chapel and we're... There you go. The ladies on the left are the Dixie Cups who sang this song, going to the Chapel of Love, it's called. They sang this song in 1964. This song became a huge hit for the Ronettes and later on for Bette Midler. Um, but then there's also this gal on the right hand side, and I bet you don't know who she is, but I'm going to give you a hint. Oh, so that would be Spanish singer Maite Gaos, who was living in Mexico in 1965 when she recorded the Mexican version of the song. But here's the thing, and I've known this all along, but I had one of those, 420 moments the other day, like I usually have on weekends. And I was lying in bed and I was thinking about the lyrics from one song and the lyrics from the other. And I had one of those, who would have thunk it moments because of the following. It turns out that, as you know, the lyrics on the left hand side, the lyrics by the Dixie Cups have to do with going to the chapel because you're going to get married. The song in Spanish is called Vete con ella, which means go to her. So while the Dixie Cups are singing so happy about the fact that they're going to get married, the version in Spanish is about a gal that is singing to her boyfriend saying, "Go to her, my dear, I know you're in love with her." So totally unrelated. And the reason I say this is there's actually two reasons. If you decide to take Spanish class and you're dating someone and you think you're going to get married and you start singing the Spanish version, um, you're going to send the wrong message. So don't do that. And number two, if you find yourself at a sunset cocktail in Conchas Chinas, remember those? And all of a sudden you decide, oh, stranger, you're sexy. I want to talk to you. Maybe we'll get married, or maybe we'll, um, at least do the pickle thing or whatever. Don't start that kind of conversation with a stranger, because that's why I'm single. I start all these brainy conversations with people that I don't know, and then they get scared, and that's just the way it is. What can I tell you? Let me see. What else do I have prepared for you? This was supposed to be funny, but my delivery was a little off. What can I say? Oh, 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 this is absolutely awesome. Hold on. Let's go back to this screen. Okay, so also sometime this week, I had one of those weeks in which YouTube sent me just wonderful videos. And that's what YouTube does with its little minions that know the kinds of videos that you like to watch. And so they sent me this video of clarinet students performing the overture to Candide by composer Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein wrote this opera. Well, it's actually an operetta, which means it's a light opera. And it was first performed in 1956. And I really wish I could, well, first of all, I wish I could play the music now, but I can't play the music now because YouTube will flag me for copyright violation. But I really wish I could give you a pill that you could swallow, and all of a sudden you could appreciate how wonderful and how incredible this music is, and how the overture to this opera became so popular, um, that it is performed by orchestras all over the world. And it's the most joyous music. The orchestra version, which is the way it was devised. But there is a clarinet version. Why or how or who created it, I don't know. But French clarinetist Nicolas Balderoux um, does classes online, and he took all his clarinet students and he assembled an international version of Candide performed together through Zoom and all these devices that we see people using today. And it is absolutely spectacular. So even though it is Sunday, I will give you the homework, should you wish to accept it, to go home and enjoy this version of the opera, which is absolutely, the overture rather, which is absolutely wonderful. And I will also leave you the orchestra version, um, so that you can have a nice comparison. And you can tell me what you think about this in the comments tomorrow, or we can talk about it next week, or whenever you know where to find me. And the last video that I want to share with you is actually dedicated. I want to dedicate this last video to Kim LaRue. And Kim LaRue was so kind to buy me some coffees yesterday. I want to say thank you, Kim, and in appreciation, I'm going to start doing this. In appreciation for the coffees that you bought me, which allow me to support my channel, I am going to share the following. First of all, we should all know that it was back in November 14, 2013, that the very first performance of a chorus line was offered at Act Two Entertainment. Time flies when you're having fun. But I don't know if you were here. I was here, um, living in Puerto Vallarta, when Danny Manini and his team announced that they were going to open this huge entertainment empire. And they brought in a chorus line, and it was absolutely ambitious, and it was huge. And the choreographer back then was Kim LaRue. It was Kim LaRue who put this thing together. And right before we ended up being at home, Kim LaRue had just, excuse me, launched her new show called Follies LaRue at Act Two Entertainment. And A few of us got a chance to see it before the theaters had to close down. And it was actually wonderful to go see the performance and see how much performing arts have evolved in Puerto Vallarta. I mean, the venue itself looks pretty much the same, but for anybody who pays attention to these things, they have new lighting equipment and the level of costumes and the level of performers was so much better than it used to be when the bigger productions started coming to Puerto Vallarta. So I was happy to be there. And of course, I'm thinking, it is difficult to imagine right now how and when we're going to be able to see these kinds of performances again. Anyhow, going back to Kim LaRue, who again is a choreographer, and I think Kim lives here in Puerto Vallarta. If not, Kim, from wherever you're watching, thank you very much. I want to share this next YouTube video, which thank God I stumbled upon. And this is a chorus line in quarantine. Now, what happens here, and I read through some of the description, is that this started as a fun project during the 2020 coronavirus pandemic quarantine. But to make the long story short, somebody brought together dancers from the original version and from the revival in New York. And they did the opening number from a chorus line in quarantine. And again, pinche YouTube, because I cannot play any of this stuff for you while we're here, because I'll get flagged. But this is all the different dancers doing their part. There's Natalie Cortez, who performs the role of Diana, Mara Davy, and so forth and so on. I don't know the dancers personally because I'm not in dance, but what is fascinating about this particular choreography is that the steps are absolutely memorable. I don't know how many times you've seen Chorus Line. I don't know if you've ever seen Chorus Line, but for those of us who've seen the show once or twice, it's almost fascinating to recognize the steps. And why is it fascinating? Because I'm not a dancer, I'm not a choreographer, I don't know about choreography, but the same thing happens when we go and listen to music. We remember certain segments, we remember certain passages of music, melodies, and so forth and so on. So what ends up being amazing, if you ask me, is this brain of ours. It's amazing how some scents, some things we hear, some things we touch, some things just stay with us through time. And when I watched this video from A Chorus Line, it gave me the warm fuzzies just because I recognized some of the steps. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that. And it made me feel good. And I hope that you will watch it today. And I hope Kim LaRue will watch it today. And I hope this will put a smile in your face and will give you the warm fuzzies a little bit. Why? Because it is Sunday. It is Sunday, and it is Sunday Fun Day. Tomorrow will be Monday, and we will go back to our hard news and our soft news and comments and inspiration and creativity for everybody. But now I'm going to go make some popsicles. I hope you're going to do something fun today, and I hope you will stay sane. I hope you will stay happy. I hope you will stay creative. I hope you will spread the word about Coffee and Headlines. And as always, I am so grateful for your coming back day after day or whenever you're able to do it. And I see some of you are excited about the show notes today. I will end the show now, and I will start working on those show notes, Darlene. Pay no mind. It'll happen immediately. And it's nice to know that Kim did. Oh, that's right. Kim did the flash dance on the Malacon as well. I remember that. Anyhow, I start rambling now, which means it's time to go. I am going to cue the little window and the door and all the good stuff, and I'm going to say, stay happy, stay healthy.